Alrighty guys, completely different style of a YouTube video. I started depositing money into this different brokerage and I've been trading options on it. And in this video, I wanted to just give you guys the exact strategy that allowed me to essentially make 18% or $12,000 in PNL in the last 9 trading days. Obviously not the biggest numbers, but I'm focusing on scaling, upping my position sizing, so taking you guys along for the journey. And also I wanted to do a live login brokerage or live login to my brokerage because I believe there's a lot of people that are disingenuous on this app who lie about P&Ls and all of these different things. So I wanted to show you guys for transparency, full proof of everything, live login to the brokerage, and then also give you guys the exact strategy that allowed me to do this. Now, I will say this strategy is a little bit more catered to options, but nonetheless, you can still trade this strategy on Forex. You can still trade this strategy on NQ futures. It's more of a scalping based strategy. It's roughly targeting 20 to 50 points. And in this video, I'm going to essentially be basically breaking down all the good stuff. So you guys now have a strategy for free and just help you guys out. But anyways, let's get into the live login first off. And then from there, we'll get into the strategy stuff. Alrighty, so as you can see, we're fully logged into this brokerage. This is a screen recording that's happening right now. Obviously, the only way I can show you is by going to the camera and showing you this is actively me talking. But let's go back to Robinhood. So logging in here, roughly balances at $77,690. This prehistorical data, like I mentioned, was just me messing around on the account, buying and scalping cryptos, scalping individual stocks, not really allocating my time towards this account. I was just focused on other things and different things. Right here, right, as May 20th, I told you guys in the last 9 trading days is roughly when I started to actually take the account seriously. As you can see here with my PNL, $65,613.56. Starting May 20th, today is the 29th. As you can see, I'm roughly up $12,076.50 or 18.41%. Right, so that has all been accomplished in the last 9 trading days, and I have not had an individual losing trade in those last days, right? So for the exact last 8 trading days or 9 trading days, well, no, it's 8 trading days, but I took 9 trades. I took 2 trades on the first day. I have not had a losing day, only have been having winning days, and I'll show you guys the full executions and proof of everything right after this. But as you can see, this is my Robinhood account. I will go back so you can see on my camera my beautiful, sexy face. This is me right now talking. But anyways, that's the screen recording. Now let's get more over into the important stuff in terms of the strategy. I think it's really important to really just start showing you guys proof of everything to show you guys, hey, I actually know what I'm talking about. I would hate to be a guy that's questionable in terms of, oh, does this guy actually make money off trading? Or, oh, is this guy actually legit? I think that's disingenuous. I don't believe in scamming people. I am a God-fearing man, and I want anyone to consume my information to understand I fully show proof of everything. But anyways, let's get into the full trading strategy, and let me break down essentially what the trading strategy is for you guys. All right, before we get into anything, I forgot to show you guys the executions of all the individual trades. So I'll prompt those up all on the screen so you guys can go look at all those trades. They should be all over, and I'll sit there and pause for like 5 seconds so you guys can pause the video and look at all of them. But anyways, okay, so coming into the marketplace as a whole, the number one thing that I look for is, are we in premium or discount of a range that we are currently in? So in terms of like the higher time frame, if we've displaced, for example, to one side, to the downside a lot or to the upside a lot, right? Have we displaced in that general range, or, right, are we accumulating in a general range, right? So these are the sequences that the market typically follows, right? We either displace to the downside, we either displace to the upside, or we accumulate in a general range. Now, from there, I want to see where premium and discount of that range is and where are we in price, right? So did we displace lower, and then now we are kind of creeping up and displacing a little bit to the upside towards and heading towards, right, consequent encroachment of a range or 50% of a range? Or, right, are we an extreme deep premium of a range, right? As simple, and strategies can be so simple, y'all. I want you guys to realize you don't need complex, very, very, very complex strategies. You only need to understand this one thing paired with liquidity, right? So manipulation, whether that be total soup, SMT, or internal forms of manipulation, like such as internal liquidity sweeps. right? So once we've established manipulation, then from there we identify, okay, are we in extreme premium of a range or are we in discount of a range? What range are we in for the daily range, right? Then from there, I build my context to then look to start to enter trades. So for example, right, we are in a very discounted displaced range, right? So we're in a very discount range. Typically in this case scenario, I will look for algorithmic signatures within whatever's happening here to then formulate a long bias to then look for price to rebalance, right? Same exact idea, same exact idea if we are displacing and we are in premium, right? I will then typically look for reversal signatures, right, to the downside. And I would typically look to short these general ranges, right? Now, I would probably look for 50% of a range, and all of the models I teach are fractal. Now, what does fractal-based trading mean? Fractal-based trading means the same model that is appearing to you on the 1 hour is applicable on the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute. So if we are an extreme discount of a range, I will look to long, right, in very, very deep discount. If we are an extreme premium of a range, I will look for an internal form of manipulation, algorithmic signatures, paired with a bunch of other confluences that I'm not going to share because those are my bread and butter. Those are only in my Discord. And then from there, I will look for price to recalibrate towards 50% or deep discount, right? Now, there are different case scenarios where price will, right, displace to discount of a range and then continue going lower, right? That's for a whole different video. I want to make this video as simple as possible for you guys, right? The only way the market operates is off reversals or continuations, right? So for this video, it's going to be tailored more towards reversals because that's typically what I trade. And I will look to long, right? When we are displaced lower, I will look for algorithmic signatures such as internal form of manipulation. And I will look to short extreme premium of ranges, right? So if we are in extreme premium of a range, I will look to short back down to consequent encroachment or 50% of a general range. Now for accumulation phases, how do I handle this, right? When we don't have clear displacement towards one side of the draw, well, it still acts the same, except it's an accumulation. If I know price is accumulating in this general range, right? I don't look to trade breakouts because those don't ever really happen. Typically, price operates off especially when we're accumulating in a general range. I will look to long in this general area, and I will look to short in this general area. Majority of days, I will say, are more towards the accumulation side rather than displacement side. It's only really the volatile days with good price action that we have this displacement. Nonetheless, though, my trade frequency, I can find one trade a day, no matter what probable conditions are happening, no matter what is happening in price, simply because I have a scalping model. So for example, if I'm going short up here, I'm not looking to catch this entire range. I'm simply looking for a piece of the pie, 30 to 50 points, right? I like, and my personality has always been, how do I get in and out of trades as fast as physically possible? I don't like being in trades for long duration of time. I want to live my life. I have other businesses I need to scale. And I like the mentality and the mindset specifically of being able to get in and get out at a very fast rate. I don't like holding for multiple hours. I don't like being in trades for more than 30 minutes, right? That's typically the maximum I'll be in a trade for. And with this, my win rate is so high, right? Because majority of people, they have the idea, well, I want to target 100 points. I want to target 150 points. I want to target 200 points. My strategy is based off of scalping, 30 to 50 points. How do I get in, get out of the marketplace? Now, in terms of the options contracts that I'm trading, I am trading 1 day out expiration, one out of the money, right? So not in the money, but one out of the money. So for example, if QQQ is at 519, I will look to trade the 520. I will look to trade the 519 puts, 1 day expiration. Like so for not expiring today, same day, the following day. Now, the reason for that being is because there's a thing called decay, right? A lot of you guys are options traders. You guys understand what is theta decay. Theta decay is when price accumulates in a general range, right? Let's say you short here, right? Let's say you short here. Price runs up a little bit higher, then back down to your break even, then accumulates a little bit longer, then back down to your break even. If you are trading same day expiration contracts, you can actually, and it can act as if you entered down here and you could be in deep drawdown. So for my beginner guys, I highly recommend trading next day, right? Expiration contracts and not same day. Now, in terms of the strike price, I do it $1 away from wherever we are. So for example, if we're at 520 and I'm looking to short the market, I will do 519 puts. If we are at 520, I will look to long the 521 calls, right? Simple as that. Keep it simple, keep it easy. Now, that's not applicable if you're a futures trader, but the same idea still applies in terms of my thought process about the marketplace. And this strategy is so effective and easy. And I'm going to break down basically some trades that you guys can catch. So for example, I went short on the marketplace today, right? I went short right around, where did I go short? I went short right around the 5 minute. Where did I go short? I went short at, okay, right here, perfect. Where did I go short? Why am I blinking? Hold on, let me look at the time in which I went short, because I don't want to lie or mess this up, because I'm going to show you guys the breakdown of everything. Hold on. Let's see. Let's check what time my order got filled. Let's check. Pull this up. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got filled at 11:18 a.m. For closing my position. And I'm on Pacific, so 11, 12, 1, 2, 2:18 is when I got filled. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's right here. Beautiful. So, for example, I went short on the marketplace right around here. Now, why did I go short? Well, I want to identify specifically what is the general range in which we are in, right? So, mapping out right here, this general range for the PM session that we are in here, right? Where I went short was off of 50% of this general range, targeting this drawn liquidity. I closed the position because, like I mentioned, I'm not looking for the full piece of the pie. I'm looking for a small scalp. I closed the position right around here for 40 points. Now, the reason why I entered this trade, like I mentioned, the algorithmic signatures. Well, there's this buy-side imbalance here. We then inverted that buy-side imbalance. We're accumulating this general range. I entered accordingly with my stop loss above, targeting in anticipation of price rebalancing to this general range. Now, I don't look to get the whole piece of the pie like majority of people are saying, oh, I want this drawn liquidity here, or I want this, or I want this, or I want this. I'm simply saying, how do I get my 30 to 40 points in the marketplace at roughly a 1-to-1 to 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, get in and out of the trade? I don't like being in trades for long durations of time. Now, as you can see right here, I think I was in this trade for roughly like 15 minutes. And I love that, right? I love that because I could just wake up, go take a shower, clear my mind, go eat my food, come back up, trade for 5, 10, 15 minutes, make $2,000 like I did today, and then go upon my day and focus on other things that I like doing. I don't like being in trades for entire ranges and entire days, right? So to build the bias around this, right, as you can see, I mean, this is market open right here. We are clearly in a continuation basis, right? We are displacing lower. This wasn't a reversal protocol or reversal sequence. So then from there, I mapped out, okay, well, what is the general range in which we are in? Well, I mapped out from the swing low to the swing high. This is the general range we are in. Well, then I want to ask myself, are we in extreme premium or extreme discount? Well, for the higher time frame range, we're in extreme discount. But we keep failing across these internal forms of manipulation. That being said, I think the market is going to continue lower, creating my short bias. Now, in terms of the algorithmic signatures that I was looking for, well, I referred back to this buy-side imbalance here, right? We displaced below this buy-side imbalance here, telling me that price is more than likely going to invert this entire range. What did I do accordingly? I entered short, stopped slightly above because I wanted to see a clean, effective move, and that's exactly what price delivered to me. Now, like I mentioned, especially in today's market conditions, draws on liquidities like this don't always get met, right? It's very hard to gauge which days draws on liquidity like this swing low here are going to get met and which days are not. That being said, for me to yield a very high win rate of, right now it's 100% in the last 10 days, but let's say on more of a realistic standpoint over the course of probably this year, I'll probably have roughly a 70% win rate at an average of a 1-to-1 to 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. That is my bread and butter. And the reason why that is because it's so easy to combat psychological problems, psychological issues, hiccups, thought processes, fear, tilt, emotion. Because I take one trade a day, I look for my 30 to 50 points, I get in and out in the span of a couple of minutes, 3 to 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm done with my day, and that's my work day, right? obviously for you guys as unprofitable day traders right now, your workday is going to be much longer, and you're not going to have the ability to only sit there for like 3 to 5 to 10 minutes and then that's just your workday and you have nothing else to do. No. We're being realistic. For you beginner guys, you're going to have to back test, you're going to have to forward test, you're going to have to journal, you're going to have to do all these external disciplinary actions that will then allow you to then, once you are experienced, you're profitable, you can make 12 grand in a week, and you could trade for 3 to 5 to 10 minutes, right? So that's essentially the strategy, and it's literally applicable to almost literally every single day. Like yesterday, I went short on the marketplace. I went short on the marketplace right around here. Same exact thought process, right? Asking myself, okay, well, we are in this general range here, right? Mapping out from this swing low to the current swing high that we're at. We're at this general accumulation phase of this range here. Well, I mean, we're an extreme premium of this general range, and we're just accumulating sideways. I am looking for price to seek these internal lows here, right? So that being said, I'm going to go short, and like I mentioned, I targeted 30 points on this trade. I am not looking to catch this entire move. And I think for this day specifically, the only reason why price recalibrated all the way to this low is because of the fact that Donald Trump was speaking. And Donald Trump dropped news, and that's what caused this volatile, irrational move. I'm looking for these quick lows here. I'm looking to see what price is doing in this general range. I'm looking to get in and out, and that's it. That's all I want. I don't want more. I don't need more because I'm not greedy, and I understand this exact strategy will allow me to probably yield a very high % return this year. I'm aiming, and look, this might sound very unrealistic to a lot of you guys. I am aiming for roughly 500% annually. Not like every single year annually, but for this year, I'm aiming for roughly 500%. So from right now is May 29th, up until December, I'm looking for roughly 500% on this account balance. Now that might seem unrealistic to the vast majority. A lot of people might say, oh, that's fucking bullshit. You're not doing, and you're not going to be able to do that. Only time will tell, right? I'm up 18% in the last 10 days with this exact strategy, with proper risk management, not doing anything crazy or stupid, risking roughly 2 to 3% per trade, nothing outlandish or crazy, right? So I think it is very possible for me to do, and the only thing that we'll be able to tell is time, right? So I'll keep you guys updated with the exact strategy, that how this is working and everything. And I will tell you guys, look, you're not going to just apply this strategy and then make a shit ton of money. That's not how trading works. A lot of the things in the marketplace are discretionary, right? So my thought process in certain live market conditions is not going to be the same as the next person, even if they have my strategy. So that being said, if you're looking for more accuracy, you're looking for more understanding about the marketplace, that's what my Discord is for. Now, I will say though, I am saying this now before everyone or anyone joins my Discord. If you are not willing to genuinely dedicate your life inside of my Discord, do not join it, right? If you're thinking about right now, oh, I want to join, my Discord is made for you to put in as much work as physically possible in order to reap the benefits of becoming a profitable day trader. I genuinely, right now, I think I have the best product fulfillment in the trading space. And the only reason why that is because I tell everyone on all my videos, do not join my Discord unless you are willing to genuinely put in your all and genuinely work your hardest, right? So I just wanted to answer that to you guys real quick. Before anyone thinks about joining my Discord, I only want winners in there, and I only want people who will fully dedicate themselves. That is the same reason why I do not do signals. I'm not a signal service. I don't believe in signals as a whole, simply because of the fact that I believe it should be earned and not given to you, and you should actually have to put in work to learn the skill set for yourself, because God forbid, let's say something bad happens to me. I do not want to be providing signals, and then everyone's reliant on me and my ability to trade and not their own ability to trade. So that being said, my strategy will definitely help you to become a profitable day trader. Obviously, I cherry picked some of the things in here. My Discord just is basically for the more advanced people, or people who are looking for more of a advanced strategy. That being said, that's the entire breakdown of this strategy. I hope this kind of made sense to you guys. I hope you guys understand a little bit more in depth what I'm doing here and why I'm doing it. Anyways, I love you guys. Last thing I'm going to leave you off with, like I mentioned, please, if you're not going to genuinely apply yourself and put in the most amount of work you've ever done in your life, do not join my Discord. I do not want you in there. I want people who are ready to grow and ready to actually take action with their life. I love you guys. That being said, there's the full breakdown, full transparency, full proof of everything. I will see you guys in the next video. If you need anything from me, let me know in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer all the questions in the comment section. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.